Wow. Oh, wow. The optimism is way higher for this coming year than it's been for years.
Correct. Than it has been since we started doing this poll question.
It's the highest it's ever been on
Correct.
both metrics. And
Yes.
so I bring again my question back. What are people excited and optimistic about?
Do you think it would start
besides the schedule? Besides the schedule.
People love the schedule. Yeah, Scott says Holgo making the offense score more and possibly the defense falling back. Like, wouldn't the answer be Holgerson?
I guess that's the best answer I've heard so far.
I think it'd be Holgerson. If I were trying to find the reason, I mean, Jack, that's the prompt, right? Okay, find the reasons that Nebraska is going to be able to overachieve for the first time.
If they were, why? Well, yeah.
So what's the answer? Is the first answer Holgerson?
Holgerson and Dylan is who we thought Dylan was.
Yeah. I mean, it really does kind of start and end there.
I think it's still a little bit of faith in Dylan. I think if I had to be honest about where I think it comes from, I think that's probably it. People have not given up on that, and they do believe some of the things that happened with him last year were fluky and injury and offensive coordinator related. So I think the answer to my question that I'm asking, I don't know for sure, but I would guess is you're right, a combination of Holgerson and Dylan Raiola.
Yeah.
And then maybe
and then where would you go?
Probably Eckler.
I was going to say a special teams improvement.
But it was high right after the season. So, that Eckler wasn't there then.
Yeah. But I know a lot of people were feeling confident that he wasn't going to be, that Foley wasn't going to be doing anything with special teams.
But beyond that, I don't know where. I just don't know where there's a foothold of positivity for people. And I'm not I'm more positive than most about the defense. Like, to me, if you asked me, it would be more about the defense than almost anything. Yeah. Still, about the experience of the defense. I don't sense that there's a lot of other people who feel that way, though. So,
yeah, I think you're in the minority on that.
I agree.
D'Lo says, "How good does Holgo have to be for Nebraska to win 9?"
Great
okay,
question.
I'm gonna do the thing that I know annoys people, but I'm gonna use that prompt for an exercise. So last year they blow the Illinois game, right? Because they, for a variety of reasons, special teams included, offensive play calling, in my opinion, included. So they lose that game.
Defense.
Yeah, and defense for sure. Later on, at the very end of the season, we know about the Iowa game. I'm trying to think of, Jack, what was the other real kick to the pills in terms of, Ohio State. That was, in my opinion, Ohio State's not so much about the OC. It was just, they didn't have the horses and they weren't able to overcome
UCLA.
UCLA, the reason
to
buy into Holgerson is just they blew some of these games last year, and having if you, and I have to imagine that a lot of us do think that Satterfield was horrible, having this OC is going to be able to improve things enough that they could pick up the Iowa win, that they could pick up the Illinois win earlier in the season. That's what you're banking. So how much better does he have to be? I don't know. Not that much, I don't think. Overall.
If you pick up two wins, you get there,
Exactly. Yeah.
It's just fascinating. And look, I get it. Your poll isn't scientific. There may be issues with it, but nonetheless, somehow we have these two simultaneous things happening where it feels like this fan base is so sick of positivity that they just don't want to hear it anymore until they see it. Yet they're also more optimistic than they've ever been in their lives.
Yeah.
How
much of this, Jack, is just the raw optimism of Husker fandom, and you and I don't really talk to these people very much. Much to your chagrin. You wish you could talk
where
to
are these people? Where are the Kens?
Yeah, they're probably watching bad YouTube content
when I'm doing segments.
Yeah,
I don't know. Where is that person?
Yeah.
Do we have that?
Well, you know what, Jack?
Remember, that's the whole Ken thing is he kind of pushed back against me, and he said we were wrong about our assessment that people were kind of negative. And these poll results would suggest he was right.
But we just don't ever hear from these people.
Who are they? Who are they?